Python has built-in packages that it comes with when you install it. It also has second-party packages that we import. We normally import when we are using Python. We don't need to install it again. And then it also has third-party packages. Now, the third-party packages, we install them as and when we need them or we want to use them. And one third-party package is the Django. Django can be used for websites. And since we are working on a website, then we're going to apply our Python lessons or knowledge in developing a website. And since we already know HTML, CSS, and some bootstraps, we are going to use the Python to develop it. And now to use Python to develop a website, then we fall on some frameworks that have been developed using Python. And one of the frameworks is Django. We have other frameworks such as Flask, Web2Py, Pylones, Pyramid, etc. But one of the easiest one is Django. And Django is widely used for applications such as Instagram, Dropbox. Django is one of the most used frameworks when it comes to developing a website with Python. Now it has everything. Django has everything. Django has everything. Now, when you are developing as a full stack developer, there are things you will consider. That is, you would be a front end developer knowing HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap and other things. Full stack websites follow some pattern, and the pattern they follow is MVC. MVC, where M means model. So we have the model, which has to do with the database, and then the V, which is the view, which is the HTML or the front end, and then the C is the controller. So we have the model views controller. The controller is the URLs, the navigations, the links. It's going to take care of the links that when you click, it will take you to this place. So, but Django is different. For Django, it follows MVT, that is models, views, and then templates. The models, views, and then templates. And whereas the template is the HTML or the front end you are going to see, and then the views are the functions that we are going to write. So we are going to write functions, our own functions, and then the models are the database. So as I told you, Python has packages, third-party packages, and that is what we are going to install them because we now need them. So we are going to install them. Now, since we have their packages, they also have a place that they have been kept. That whenever we need them, we'll just go there and then download them. And the website for the Python packages is the Python package installer. We call it the Python package installer. It's a website that we go and then download. So that is what I'm going to take you through. The Python package installer. We cut it short as PyPy. That is PYPI. We call it the Python package installer. So I'm going to go to the Python package installer. So I'll just do PyPy. That is PYPY. PYPI, and then I'll visit. It will take me to that website. So this is the website. I'll just click on pypy.org and then it will take me. So this is where, so it says that find, install, and publish Python packages with Python package index. So this is where all Python packages are installed. So once you are here, you can just search for the Python package you want to install. And here we want to install what? Django. So we're just going to search for Django. We are not going to add any version, okay? We want to install the latest version. There are a lot of versions of Django. I think the latest version is 4 points, if it has not been updated. So the latest version is 4.1. So we have Django 4.1. That is the August 3, 2022 edition. So it was just released August 3, just a month ago. So we have other versions of Django that we can. So we want the latest version. So I'll just click on that. Good. And once I click on it, it's going to open for me Django 4.1. Now, to install the Django or any package, we need a package installer. and then we call it pip. That is Python install package. It's a command that you run. So you must first install the pip before pip will allow you to install any other package. So I'm going to open the command prompt. Okay, I'm just going to do it on my terminal. You can do it on a command prompt, or you can do it on your terminal, integrated terminal on VS Code. So I'm going to do that on my VS Code, or you can open command prompt and do it right. So I'm just going to check if I have pip already installed. So I'm just going to write the command to check if I already have pip installed. Now, if you have any antivirus, you should deactivate it. Sorry, you should deactivate your antivirus before you work with pip, else it might not allow you to install it. So okay, so first, what you need to do is to install pip. So you're just going to search for pip, and when you search for pip, it's going to come. So you have pip 22.2.2 installed. So that is the package, the version of pip I have installed. So you see that I check the pip version, and then it gives me pip 22.2.2, which is already installed on Python 3.10. So if you don't have it installed, then now let's use go on to Django and then install Django. I already have Django. So on the Django 4.1, you see that you have pip install Django. You can just click on this one, and then it will be copied. Then you move on to your terminal. I also have it installed, so it's going to make sure you deactivate your antivirus. So I have it. So it says requirement already satisfied. So I've already installed Django. So you can do that if you have not. I already have Django 4.1 installed. So it is telling me that requirement already satisfied. So you can install Django from pip install Django, and then you get the latest version. So I already have it installed. So I'll just, when we need any other package, we'll move on, and then we'll do that. Now, just as we always do, we'll create a folder which is going to contain our Python project. So I'll go outside, and then I think I have the Python certification folder here. I'm just going to create a folder for the Django project, and then we can work inside that folder. After that, we'll just create a folder which is going to contain all our Django projects. So I've created a folder which is Django project. Now I'm going to open this folder in CMD, that is command prompt, and this is where I'm going to use the Django project to Django command to create my Django project. So I'll just select it and then just type CMD. Then it will open the directory in my CMD. So you see that I'm on the desktop Python certification Django project folder. So anything that I do, I'm doing it inside that folder. Now, this is the point where we create our Django project. Now, in every Django project, we have different branches, which is the Django app itself. So we have the Django project, and then we have the Django app. The Django project is the parent, and then the Django app is the child. The Django project it has an environment which is going to use to take care of what? The Django app. So you can have a Django project without a Django app, and it will work, but absolutely nothing will show. It only show the Django template. Now, this is what it does. When you create a Django project, Django automatically creates a dummy website for you, and it will wait for you to upload or do your coding, okay, to modify it so that you get your own Django website, because the website that Django will create for you, you cannot use it. So it will take you to create your own website or code your own website. So that is what we're going to do. Now, to do it, we have commands such as, since you have Django already installed, we are going to use the Django command, which is Django-admin. So we have the Django admin, which is used to create the project. So Django admin, Django-admin start project my news. Yes, start project my news, not create project. Start project my news. I'll hit enter and then it will just okay. So when we go to our folder, we will see a project or a folder inside of it, which is my news. When we open it, we are going to see the project environment. So we have the manage.py file, which is a Python file, and then we have the folder, which is the environment. So we have the init, you have the ASGI, you have the settings, you have the URLs, you have the WSGI, which is the server for our app or our project, and then we have the URL. So this is the parent environment. Okay, so this is the parent environment. Now we don't have any app in our project. We don't have any app in our project. We have just created a project. We don't have any app inside. So there's a difference between the Django project and the Django app. Let me make this scenario. You see that when you're on facebook.com, you have different portions. We have the sign up page, and when you sign up, it takes you to the your dashboard or your home, your news feed. We have a different version or a different section, which is the message, which takes care of the message. We have another section which takes care of the notification, your groups, your pages, and other things. Now, Facebook has the main project, which is Facebook, and then it has different apps, which is the message app, the news app, the notifications app, the groups app, and then the pages app, all the apps, all the different apps inside one project. So that is exactly what it means here. So we have the project created, which is my news. We now have to get an app which is going to which we are going to modify to create our own website. So now as it stands now, this is a website. When we run the server, it is going to create or it's going to open a website for us. It's going to open a website for us. So I'm just going to say you should run it, and then we are going to see. So we have Python. Now, since we have created a project, we now have to go into the project. So we say cd, which is change directory to my news. Cd my news, which means we are going inside my news. And then when we go inside my news, you see that we have manage.py. We are now going to use Python manage.py run server. We want to run the server, so because Python already has a server attached to it, we don't need a separate server to run it. So Python manage.py run server, and it's going to run the server for us, which we are going to use to open our website. So we have the server ID, which is http 127 point this blah blah blah, and this is what we are going to copy into our browser. So we are going to copy this address into our server, and then we are going to run it and see how. Okay, so this is the website that has been created for us. This is the website that has been created for us by Django. We don't have any application or an app inside. So this is what Django will give to us to see that our installation worked successfully. So that's why it says the install worked successfully. Congratulations. Now this means that our app is working. Our project is working successfully. Now what we are going to do is now create a project, an app, which we are going to use to render this page. So I'm going to create the server using Control C. Okay, so if I use Control C, I'm just going to stop or create the server. Now we need to now create an app. So we just do again Django dash admin start, this time around start app. Okay, Django-admin start app, and then we are going to give it a name, like maybe blog. So start app blog. Good. And now when we move into our page, you see that we have the blog app here. We have my news, we have the blog app also here. So this is the app environment. Now, as it stands now, you may not get it clear. So let's open our project inside the VS Code. Then we will see. So I'm just going to say code period. Then it will open the VS Code. So you can now close the command prompt. So this is our app, our Django project, which is my news, and it has been opened in the VS Code, where we can now edit it. So this is the parent, which is the my news, and it has the environment to open our app, which is blog. So let's take it one by one and then go through. So you see that we have the SQLite 3 attached to it. So this is a database that has already been attached to it. Okay, but you can change it if you want to use MySQL, if you want to use Postgres, if you want to use any other database, you can change it. But Django already comes with SQLite 3. We have the manage.py. This one, you're not going to touch it. In fact, don't even open it. Don't even open it. Maybe you may get confused and then change something. Don't change anything here. This is the package or the file that runs your project. So that's why when we're running, we use manage.py. This is the manage.py that allows you to run your website. So it says it has my news.settings. Your project name is here, my news.settings. So this is the Django manage.py. Don't touch it. Now, when you go inside my news, which is the parent, we have other files in it there.